Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. Hope you're all safe and well and having a good stitchy week. So today we're going to do a stitch with me. I'm going to work on my Woodland Christmas by Heaven and Earth. This is the piece I'm doing for my brother. I thought, well, if I do a stitch with me, kick my butt into getting some work done on it. Let's get you zoomed in. Okay. So we're going to be working across here. Let's see what we can get done. If I can get my threads out of me. Right. So I completely forgot what day it was this week. So I was going to do this yesterday and completely forgot. So you're only going to get one stitch with me this week. So I'll probably be back to normal now. Just one stitch with me a week. Because as you know, I'm due to be back at work next week. Unfortunately. No, I'll be glad to go back. It's not my thing just sitting around at home all day. Prefer to be working, so yes, back to work next Thursday. Well, assuming the doctor signs me off. I'm going to see the doctor on Friday this week because he wants to get another x-ray done before he signs me off, and that takes a couple of days to get back to him. So I'll be going to see him on Friday so I can get the x-ray done, and I'll be going back to see him on, I'm assuming it'll be Wednesday. I think that's when my sick note runs out. So I have to go back Wednesday. Excuse me, I've got a frog in the throat. So yeah, go back to see him on Wednesday for him to sign me off. And then back to work on Thursday. The owner of work keeps asking when I'm back. Keeps asking Shane. This is the royal rose method that I'm doing on this one, if you're the first time watching this. And once I finish this top row, I'll be going back to stitching my old weight, because I don't like all the lines that you get in this. Could just be my attention, but yeah, I'm not enjoying it. It's quicker, don't get me wrong, but I don't like all the lines you get. So I've got this page to finish and then one more page and that's the top row done. So Posh Robin has been washed now. He hasn't been ironed yet, but he's been washed. That was a fun video to do, that one. I didn't think I'd make it to 2 hours, but obviously I did. So yes, it was a fun video to do. By the sounds of it, you guys enjoyed it as well. I suppose it's always good when someone shares the finishing with you. No, it's not very often full coverage people get a finish. Okay. So what's been happening since last stitch with me? Not much, I don't think. Can't remember if I told you. Another one of the guys at work got sacked. But I'll tell you again. So remember the one I told you that always seems to take longer breaks? He comes like about 20 minutes after everybody else. And he was always like taking time off and whatever. So it's the one whose brother-in-law, etc., whatever, got sacked the other week. Yeah, well, he got sacked the other day. Last week. I think it was last week. Yeah, it was last week, but I can't remember if I told you or not on me last stitch with me. So yeah, he got sacked. Apparently they sent him out a letter telling him everything that he'd broken. And that they weren't happy with everything. So yeah. So he got sacked. I may have already told you, I can't remember. So he's no longer there. There's going to be no one there by the time I get back. I want to be sacked. So he was working on the splitting saw. That was his main saw. So they've now got one of the other guys on there, because he knows how to work these new rollers or whatever, because they've had that saw fixed. So he's got new rollers on it or something, and I can't remember what Shane was saying now. I'll find out when I get back to work. So yes, they've got one of the other guys on there, and so they're doing what they call battens. So they're 6 meter length pieces of wood that are split into thinner pieces of wood. I don't know what they're used for. So yeah, so they're doing those at the moment at work. They've got so many that they need to get done. So I think it was Thursday or Friday. I can't remember now. One of the other guys was doing them. And then he found out that they was doing it again on Monday. So I guess I didn't turn up to work on Monday. That guy. So little did he know that one of the other guys also didn't turn up to work on Monday, which was the new guy. He didn't turn up to work on Monday either. So none of these battens got done. So little did this guy know that when he come back on Tuesday, he was doing battens because they needed to get these battens done. So he wasn't, oops, put that in the wrong spot. He wasn't best pleased when he got back to work and found out that he was back on doing battens again. He was moaning. He's like, well, why didn't you do any yesterday? It's like, because no one turned up to work. So he went crying to the boss, saying how unfair it was and all this lot. So I was like, it needs to be rotated, not the same person doing it all the time. Which he does this every time. So yeah, so Shane said he was on it when he left to go wherever he was going. And when he come back, it was after break time, and somebody else was doing them as well. So yeah, so apparently they were taking it in turns because it's only fair that happens. And I said to him, I said, I bet any money when I get back they'll be wanting me to do battens all the time. I always seem to get dragged off to do the battens. But Shane did say, he says, well, he says, nobody ever helps Darren out on his saw. He says, so why should he help everybody else out doing other jobs? He says, it's only fair that he just stays on his saw. It's like, get you, Shane. Which is true. Everybody avoids my saw. Shane being one of them. But yeah, everybody avoids working on my saw. No one likes working on it. Even I don't like working on it. So yeah. So we'll see what happens when I get back. But I may not be there much longer. So Shane's sister phoned me up yesterday. I just actually got off the phone with Shane because Shane had finished working. He was calling into the shop, so phoned up to see if I wanted anything. And just got off the phone with him, and his sister rung. I was like, okay. She doesn't normally phone me. So where she works, they had a woman who started, not been there long, and she'd been sacked because she made too many big mistakes. And she asked if I'd be interested in doing the job. So this job is only about 10 minutes down the road instead of a 50-minute drive. About 10 minutes down the road, and it'd be doing office work. So creating orders and stuff like that. I don't know the full ins and out of it. So she asked if I'd be interested, because she knows I wanted to get out of doing the timber yard and go into doing office work and stuff like that. So she's going to find some information out for me today with regards to what the pay's like. Because I said I can't really take a pay cut from what we're already on. It says, and the fact that we just got a pay rise at work. So she's going to, and I think with that one, going full time, I think it's salary. I'm not 100% sure. So she says she's going to find out all that information for me. So she's going to let me know later on, at some point today. She doesn't know if they're looking for anyone yet or not. I said they only sacked the other woman yesterday. So yeah, so fingers crossed I might be getting a new job. But the only downside to that is I need to get another car. And I can't afford to get another car. Not at this precise moment in time. So we have a couple of ways around it. And she would take me to work, and then she would pick me up from work because I'd be doing longer hours than what she does until I've got enough money saved up to get a second car. So we'll see what happens. She was like, have you done computer work before? Yeah, I think so. I've worked in call centres several years, and I'm kind of my way around a computer. She says, do you know how to do spreadsheets? I should do. It was part of my college course for my accountancy. So, we'll see what happens. She was like, I'd rather work with you. She says, I know what it's like to work with you. She says, and I know you'd get on with everyone in the office, so... She said, I'd rather work with you than someone I don't know. I was like, okay. So yeah, so fingers crossed, I may hear about a new job. Which is going to go down well. Come back off sick and then have my notice in. But we'll see what's said. So other than that, I don't think anything else has gone off at work. I don't think exciting's gone off at home, I don't think. Nope, mum's all good. One of the cats was taken to the vets over in the UK. My eldest cat, Lucy. I think I mentioned before, she got a lump on her tail, underneath her tail. And my brother finally took her to the vets, and it was an abscess. It's been drained. So that got done on last Tuesday, and it's already started going back. So she's got to go back to the vets again. So she's back at the vets on this Friday. So that's going to cost me an arm and a leg. I already owe my mum the money for the last visit, which I told her she'll get that in the next couple of days. And then obviously she's at the vets again, so that'll be another lot I've got to owe her. Animals are not cheap. I don't know why vets have to charge so much for doing stuff for animals. I know obviously it could probably cost them more for getting stuff in and stuff like that, but just for draining an abscess cost me £100 or $200 just for draining an abscess. And all they did was just slit it, and that was it. So hopefully it's not going to cost the same amount to get it drained again this time, because it's not as big. And they obviously didn't do it fully last time. So I'm trying to get this done early-ish today, so it's just got 8 o'clock in the morning. I was going to start this at 6, but I didn't. Obviously. Give up. The kitty's now on the hunt to try and find somewhere to hide, I think. Because it's not going to be warm enough for her today. We're only going to be 36 degrees. She's already trying to find somewhere to sleep. She made me laugh yesterday. She was out in the cat area, and every time I went to make a coffee or something like that, she was in a different spot. So in the cat area there's a couple of chairs out there and a table. So every time I went out, she'd be on a different chair. It's like obviously she couldn't get comfortable. It was quite warm yesterday. It was 33 yesterday. Today's going to be 36. Not bad to say it's first day of autumn today. 36 degrees. I'm hoping it cools down for next Thursday. I'm going to be going back first day back at work at 30 odd degrees. I'm going to die. Bless you. That's a cat sneezing. So I do have a couple of questions. By a couple, I think it is only about 2. So I'll answer those in a bit. So in same with this one, most of the background is like 2 or 3 colours, but it's all stitch 1, miss 1, stitch 1, miss 2, stitch 1, miss 1. It's all like checkerboard kind of stuff. So I have to keep marking off as I go along to make sure I do it in the right order. Apologies if the screen shakes. Kitty is now wanting a fuss, so she's rubbing up against the cross stitch. Fuss butt, what you after? It's going back in. Don't tell me, you know, when Kitty wants something, because she'll come up for a fuss. She'll be sat peering her head off. Don't tell me. The only time she does that is when she wants something. She wants to get under cover. I know what she wants to do. Give me just 2 seconds. Cats. So I've been working on one of my projects earlier on this week. This is my magical moment in time, which is the tigers on with the clock. I was stitching away merrily. Then I come across one of the colours, 032, and I was like, well, the colour on Pattern Keeper does not resemble the colour that's in my floss. So I double checked with some people. Yes. So the colour was 032. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Krynic. And it is. It's Krynic. And it's like, great. But the thing is, there were 6,000 stitches in Krynic on this chart. I was like, there's no way I'm doing 6,000 stitches in Krynic. No way, no. That's a lot of Krynic. I thought it cost me a lot of money getting all those spools in of Krynic. So yeah, it's like, nah. So I've now got to work out a substitute for that. Unless I do decide to do the Krynic, but we'll see. I've a funny feeling I'll try and find a substitute. I don't mind working with the Krynic. I just don't want to work with the Krynic. Why would you put Krynic in a chart that's full coverage? I have no idea. So yes, I wasn't impressed about that one. Then I was working on that piece, doing some of the other colour while I decide what I'm going to do with regards to the Krynic. And also my vision went really, really funny. So I started seeing like a prism in my left eye. So it was like half a rainbow, if you like. And I was like, okay, this is new. What's this? So I was talking with some of the people in one of my chats. They reckon it was probably a optical migraine or something like that. So yeah, you don't get the headache with it apparently. It's just you see all these like prism-like colours in like an arc. So I was like, oh, okay, this one's new. Never had one of these before. So I'm going to mention that to the doctors. Again, see if that has anything to do with this cyst or whatever's in my head. because it just seems a bit funny. And since I've had this cyst, my eyesight supposedly has deteriorated, and now I'm getting these optical migraines. So yeah, not fun. So I've got that, so I decided to go and have a lie down for half an hour. So I went for half an hour lie down and woke up an hour later. He was gone when I woke up. It was just really weird. Never had one of those before, ever. I've had migraines before, but not an optical one. You stop throwing my stuff on the floor, cat. Thank you. She was asleep until I started filming, and she's obviously decided she wants to play. She's in one of those moods, I think. She won't be, in about another hour or two, she'll be zonked, because it'll be red up. So, I think every one of my projects I'm working on this week, barring one, is all tent stitch. I've obviously got more tent stitch projects than I thought I did. So the only one that's not tent stitch is my supersized tiger. All the rest that I'm working on this week are tent stitch. Finish this strand and then I'll have a look at the questions. Oh, she's gone. I have a funny feeling she'll be back. She's gone for a drink. Do any of you have a strange cat that does? Kitty does it all the time. When she goes for a drink, she scrapes the floor first, where the water bowl is. So she scrapes the floor, and then she starts drinking. So it's like she's digging it up. I've never known a cat do it before. She's done it ever since we've had her as a kitten. She's always done it. I don't know why she does it. Ginger used to do it, but he doesn't do it no more. It's just Kitty. Right, let's get this. Oops. Get this one started. Yeah. And then I'll get these questions. I'd say I think there's only 2 questions. I think. Alright. Questions. Make sure I've not missed any. Now this is one I missed the other day. It was from Tina, who asked, how did you get into stitching and what made you move, and would you move back to the UK? So I've answered that several times in my Stitch With Me's. So I got into cross stitching when I had my brain tumour removed. Well, I first started doing it when I was off school. My brother brought home some homework, which was cross stitching. Showed me how to do it. Did that. Had the brain tumour. Decided I needed something to do. Well, I couldn't go anywhere for a couple of weeks. So got some cross stitching kits. Started from there. Found floss tube. And the rest, as I say, is history. With regards to moving over here, came over here for a holiday back in 2010. Fell in love with the place, decided I wanted to move over here. So I moved over here. Obviously met Shane. Had to go back to the UK for a bit. I was trying to get all our visas sorted and everything. And I finally moved back over here. Would I go back to the UK? I don't know. Possibly. It would be good to split my time into like 6 months. So spend 6 months over here and 6 months over there. Well, that's just too much messing around. Especially as soon as trying to find someone to live over here is absolutely ridiculous at the moment. But yeah, it'd be like over here for winter, in spring, and then over in the UK for their winter and spring. Well, no, maybe, yeah. Would it be winter? No. It'd be winter and spring, and then it'd be summer and autumn over in the UK. Yeah. Because, as you know, one, I don't like the cold. So the winters over here are just right for me. And the summers over in the UK, I know they're getting hotter, but they're not as hot as over here. Oh, mind you saying that last year, well, I think they got up to 40 degrees over there. But yeah. And I say I enjoyed myself when I went over for a visit. Some parts I thought it had gone downhill a little bit, but I do prefer things over here, to be fair. So I wouldn't rush to go back to the UK. That's one. Block of 200 done. Let me start again. Right. Next question I have is from Danielle. So she wants to know, what time does Shane get up on a weekend or on a day off? Is he an early bird like you? It varies. Sometimes he's up early. Sometimes he gets up before me. Sometimes, well, 9 out of 10 it's after me. Normally, when it's his day off weekend, he gets up anywhere between 5:30 and 8 o'clock. Whereas mine's normally around about between 4:30 and 6. So it's not very often I'm in bed longer than, I think the latest I've probably been in bed is 7 o'clock. Even while I'm off, I'm still up at stupid o'clock. It's ridiculous. Like today, I was about 4:30. No, just gone 4:30. James' alarm went off at 4:30. I don't know why, I just couldn't get back to sleep properly. Shane obviously turned his alarm off and went back to sleep. So I had to wake him up again. I heard the cat meowing. It's like, are you getting up or what? So yeah, it just depends, really. But 9 out of 10, he doesn't get up till about 6:30. Make sure I put that in the right spot. So, just wondering as well if it's true you have purple-breasted robins in Australia. I've never seen one. I've never heard of it. So I can't say I've ever mentioned anyone mentioning purple-breasted robin. I can't say I've ever seen a purple-breasted robin. I might have to Google that for you and find out. I'm intrigued now. Okay, what's going on for you? Thank you. I don't want to go through. So I'm going to finish this colour because I've only got a couple of stitches, then I'm going to Google that. Purple-breasted robin. Well, I haven't known the red-breasted robin. There, 3. Oop. Right, let's do some Googling. Purple-breasted robin. Oh, they do. Well, I've never seen one of them before. Where were they found? Oh, so yeah, they are over in Australia, in the southern eastern Australia. Well, I've never seen one of them before. So if you've not seen one, then... Oh, I don't know if you can see this. Zoom me out a bit. It's a purple-breasted robin. How cute is that? I want one. So yeah, I've never heard of them before at all. Or you get that one. But nah, I like the first one. Yeah, that one. I like that one. That one's cool. I need to go to southeastern Australia now to find a purple breast. Well, they're called pink robins actually. The pink robin is what it's called. Or the lilac-breasted robin. So there you go. So yes, we do have them. And Danielle also tried doing the 10 stitch, hoping it would make it quicker, and she made so many mistakes, so she went back to full cross. Yeah, took me a while to get used to the 10 stitch. I made loads of mistakes. I mean, I did the Mini Deer Creek. That was the first one I did 10 stitch on. That was for my brother. And I made so many mistakes on that one, it was unbelievable. It turned out alright, but yeah, so many mistakes in it. It was just the counting part. I always seem to count it from the wrong hole. And this is another thing I hate about this method. It's all your little stragglers from just ending it to your left. I know I could just flip it over and run them underneath, but I was trying to make it quicker. But boy, they get in your way all the time. Right. Now the next one, I can't pronounce the name, so I apologise. I'm going to butcher it. Svesky. Non-cross stitch related question. You say that your driver's license expires. How long does it work for when you renew it? She's from Denmark, so you get your driver's license when you're 18 years old, and you don't have to renew it again until you're 70, after you've had a doctor's. So in the UK, your driver's license, it doesn't expire per se, but once you've passed your test, you have to renew, because our licenses have your photos on them. You have to renew them every 10 years so that it's got an up-to-date photo on them. I suppose you don't have to renew them. Well, if you don't renew it, you obviously can't drive until you do renew it. So yeah, it lasts 10 years, and then you have to update it with a new photo. Same as in Australia. Your license depends on how long you want it for. So over here, you can choose anything from 1 year to 5 years for your license, and then I think it's every 5 years you have to have your photo updated again, I believe, over here. And again, I'm not sure how it works over here for the age of driving, because the amount of times you see on the news, like some 90-year-old person has ploughed through a school or something like that, or through a shop because they mistook the accelerator for the brake, and it's like, why are you still driving at 90 odd years old? You should not be driving at that old. So I have no idea how it works over here. I think it's 75. You have to go and see the doctor, I think, something like that, and then you have to see the doctor every year. I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure. I know Shane's dad's 70. He was 70 last year. And he never had to go to see the doctor to get his... to be passed to continue driving. I think it's 75 over here, I believe. But yeah, how the 90-odd-year-olds pass the driving medical is beyond me. There was a stint over there on the news of all these, like, a 91-year-old was driving his tractor and toppled it. It's like, why the heck is he driving a tractor at 90 years old? And then another 89-year-old ended up putting the car in a pool because they mistook the accelerator for the brake and went through a wall and landed in a pool. And it's like, if I ever get like that, I will not be driving. I'll probably stop driving when I get to about 75 if I can't cope with the speed limits. If I can't cope with the speed limits, I'm stopping driving. Lucky for me, Shane drives as well, so he can chauffeur me everywhere. So a couple of people asked this one, so obviously from finishing Posh, they want to know what my next focus piece will be. I haven't really got another focus piece, focus for a finish, should I say. I haven't really got another one on my list. Well, obviously, I'll have the mini top frog, because I've got to get that done by the end of this year. So that'll be, I suppose, kind of a focus for a finish, but it's not a rush one to try and get done as quickly as I can. Well, it is in a way. I want to beat Alara, so. So yeah, but that's not the. It's probably about the only one. As I say, I was going to think about bringing in some of the other ones that are closer to being finished, to finish those ones off. But I changed my mind on that. I'm just going to try and get as much done on the projects that I have. So yeah, so I don't have any focus really for another finish anytime soon. And again, so when I was finishing the rubbing off as well. So that one I still haven't decided whether I'm going to like do it in a hoop or get a square frame with a round matting. I suppose it depends what I can find over here. I think I'd prefer to do it in a frame with a round matting. Just need to find one and find the matting. So we'll see how we go with that one. You know me, it probably won't be done anytime soon. I've still got the Tiger of the Heavens to find a frame for you. Right, I think Posh Robin will probably be the same size frame, to be fair. that was it for the questions. Yep. So what we at? About 50 minutes or so, and we'll finish these colours off in here. Not much out on that one. So my aim for the end of the day is to at least get this row finished. So if I can get this row finished, that'll get me roughly, I think, about 1,000 stitches in on this one. That's what I'm going to aim for today, to try and get that done. And that will leave me 1, 2, 3 more. 3 more sessions to get this page finished, hopefully. Once I'm back in the swing of it. Also need to set up the Zoom for this weekend as well. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be going ahead now. Got a house inspection next week. So, I've got a couple of things that we need to take to the tip to get out of the house. Well, out of the house. From outside the house. The old recliner that we had out in the cat section needs to go. We need to get that to the tip. We need to borrow Shane's brother-in-law's ute, because I don't think we'll be able to get it all in the car. So we need to borrow that. And funnily enough, now Shane's sister needs stuff taken to the tip. So I guess who's going to be taking that? Shane. So we'll be doing a couple of tip runs on Saturday. Mind you, I don't normally do the Zooms till the evening, so I might be okay actually. I can always set it up and cancel it if needs be, but I'll set it up, I think. Just remember to do that today. I've got my voucher through today for my pain-free crafts, so I can go looking for another chart, or kit. Have a quick look earlier on. I managed to go over the threads here. I don't know how I managed that, but so yeah, so I've already been having a quick look Well, one or two's kind of jumped out at me. It's like, do I want that one or not? It's the only thing when you've got multiple choices. So we'll see. Getting quick before Royal Mail decides to have another meltdown with the delivery service. I don't know which what to go for. There's a dragon one that's just been brought out. That's very colourful and plenty of colours on it. But again, it's got a black background, but not as much black background. And that one looks okay. I know a fair few people have ordered that kit already, because Sarah always posts on Facebook the kits that I've gone out. I've seen another one which is like I think it's called a dragon hatchling or something like that one. That one looks really cute. So maybe that one. Again, there's another Stanley Morrison dragon. I've been looking at the Chris Dunn charts as well. There's just too many to choose from. I'll probably have a better look later on. That's why I didn't film at 6 o'clock, because I got my email through saying my voucher was ready, so I went looking. Otherwise I'd have been filming at 6 o'clock this morning. Can't think of anything to talk about. It's coming up for my 3-year anniversary on here as well. In April. I think it's the 18th of April. I had a look the other day. I think it was 18th of April I filmed my first floss tube. But it's coming up for 3 years. That's gone quick. Where am I going? There. I've just gone completely in the wrong spots. That's there, that's there. Nope, I'm right. I thought I'd gone wrong then. That was nearly disastrous. Sometimes these blocks take a lot longer than you think they're gonna do. Doesn't it? That is all really light colours. Why my brother chose this one is beyond me. He had to find one that's going to challenge me, didn't he? Gotta get the stuff for his other one as well, which I'll be starting next year. Because at least that one I'll be able to get it finished quicker. He wants the Mini Moose Crossing to go with Mini Deer Creek. So that one I should be able to get done in a year. I'll then keep working on this one. I'll pull out his other one again. The one from across the studio. Whitetail Winter. Get some work done on that one as well. So I might be able to get 3 cross stitches in 3 years. Maybe. Or I might get 2 in 2 years and 1 in another. 3 years after that. We had some parrots in the yard yesterday. Some king parrots. The male one of them is very brightly coloured. Really, really red chest. It's really bright. So the green with really red chest. So I had him in the yard yesterday. The other one was there for a split second and then flew off. And then we've got a tub out in the garden for the birds for when it's hot, full of water. So I looked out the window a bit later on and both of them were there having a drink. And then they went round to the back and started eating the figs off the fig tree. So there's a fig tree out the back. Get loads of figs on it, but we've never had any off it yet. Because the last couple of years it's been the bats have been nicking them. And this year all the other birds seem to be in there nicking them. And the horses keep reaching over and getting what they can off it as well. I don't know if horses are meant to eat figs, but these ones love it. So yeah. So yeah, it's fun seeing all the different birds turning up. Right, I'm going to end it here because I can't think of anything else to talk about. I'm going to end it here today. So we've done 313 stitches, so that's not too bad. We are now at 11% of this piece. I've got a long way to go to get this finished. Alright, 11% on here. That's where we are. Strands everywhere. So yeah, we're now at 11%. I've got to, I think it's around about here. And then that's this top row completely finished. So hopefully not much longer. So, right, so I'm going to end it here then, guys. So if you do have any questions or comments, then please feel free to drop those down below. Again, you can email me. Email address, as always, is dizzystitcher@gmail.com. Or I am on Instagram @dizzystitcher. Or on my Facebook group, I'm on there as well. You can message me through that, which is linked in my normal update videos. So yeah, so that's it for today. So again, guys, thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. Hopefully next time I'll have something to talk about. So again, take care, stay safe, happy stitching, and until next time, thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. Bye bye for now.